Right. Righty. Let's go. Let's go, team. Here we go. Well, not quite in that context, but we're here. Let's see who is in the chat. Chelsea transfer news live. Yes, guys, welcome back to another GBFC live stream. We did these last summer when all of the transfer stories were absolutely popping off. And I thought, you know what? You've had your morning video and things have been kind of ticking over, mulling over a little bit throughout the course of the day. But there isn't really anything that's like a concrete step in any kind of definitive direction. So as a result of that, instead of doing another video and it basically being me saying the same words for 15 or 16 minutes, let's go on a live. We can do this and we can screen record it and, well, say screen record it. We can go to Twitter. We can look through what everyone's saying. And of course, I get to interact with you lot in the chat. I get to answer your questions and we get to get a bit more depth in terms of how I feel about the situation. So, welcome in to everybody. I appreciate the W's, Shiro. W's from everybody. Let's get some W's in the chat right now. And we're obviously going to go through all of the latest because, well, there's a big reaction to the game that we saw last night. It was a good game, very good game. Chelsea won 3-2 away at Fulham at Craven Cottage in the first Premier League game. All right, maybe let's stop with the W's now. I can see the same people doing it. And I can't read everyone's comments if this is the case. So, Lil Gary, I'm going to give you like 20 seconds. I appreciate the W's, but let's chill with it for now. Okay? Let's chill. So, I'll wait for a few more people to join. And then we can absolutely get into all of the Chelsea latest on Enzo Fernandez. We did have a quite random little Julian Alvarez link earlier today, which of course, Albie, bro, please. I appreciate it, but we don't need more dubs. We've got enough dubs. We're already a dub, okay? We won yesterday. I'm live. That's W enough, okay? And Adrian is saying Jesus is king. Okay. Fair play. We just chill, all right? We've got latest news on Enzo, Nicolas Jackson. We have got Liam Delap. And we are also going to talk about everything else to do with Chelsea outgoings because I'm a little bit concerned that things are quite slow. It's quite slow on the front of Tosin. It's quite slow on the front of Mudryk. And I don't know if we're going to get good deals for these players. So we are going to go through things here. There's also potentially a Chelsea Spygate situation that we are potentially dealing with at the moment. Willie Issa, and I'll actually show you guys this in a moment, but we'll go through. In fact, let's see. Let me see if I want to do that first. So let's take a little look at it now, because Willie Issa, who is obviously part of the Chelsea, what's it called? Backroom staff, yeah. So this is a story that CFC Pice has tweeted about 45 minutes ago from Kieran Gill. Willie Issa was not too pleased with two unknowns walking past Chelsea's closed training session on Friday. The individuals used the secret gate, and only regular visitors to the club's Surrey headquarters know it is there. This doorway, which takes you down a passage surrounded by foliage until you are left walking towards the first team building. Security would have had to verify their identity, so they would have had clearance. But Wissa did not seem to like they had gotten a glimpse of the preparations. So we might potentially have a Chelsea Spygate situation. Who could it have been? Was it somebody from inside the football club? Well, it might have had to have been at this point. Welcome to everybody who's joining the stream. I'm seeing a lot of new names in the chat right now. There's 500 plus of you in the Chelsea in the Chelsea Transfer News Live. So that's an interesting story. We don't know too much on it right now. Maybe something will develop further. So David Ornstein has also spoken on the Enzo Fernandez situation, and it was on the Athletics podcast, and this is the update. Chelsea to sell Enzo want a suitable fee. This is brilliant English. Plus want to come out of the deal with their squad in a stronger position. It does not necessarily mean they'll go for a like-for-like replacement, but they will need to get a reinforcement. Now, if we watched the game last night, which I'm sure at this point we've all watched the game, and if you didn't watch the game, I'm sure you've either watched 6 Things We Learned or you've watched the highlights. Chelsea do need some reinforcements in the midfield. Reece James, yes, okay, maybe now he is a midfielder. A lot of the play yesterday went through Reece in the middle of the park. He was part of pretty much all of the different passing networks that we saw in Chelsea's play yesterday. But as well as that, Romeo Lavia, I'm sorry, but starting the first game of the season doesn't mean that your injury record is back to perfection. It's back to what we need it to be on a consistent basis. So we need reinforcements. Dario Asugo, the story is that we might be loaning him. Delap is gone, is he? So I think if Enzo goes, Chelsea desperately will need another midfielder. Let me see this news. John Percy from The Telegraph. Wow, this is big. We never usually get breaking news on a GBFC watch-along, but we might have got something here within the first 6 minutes. Chelsea and Forest have now reached an agreement on a permanent transfer for Liam Delap. The fee, oh my goodness. Yo, fee will be club record of circa £45 million and a medical expected in the next 24 hours. Oh, he's magic. You know, this is amazing. This is absolutely brilliant. We have somehow managed to make a profit on our worst striker signing in football history. This is insane. What is going on? This is absolutely mind-blowing. And it's now confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. Oh, man. Nottingham Forest reached verbal agreement to sign Liam Delap from Chelsea. Here we go. Fee around 45 million. Reported medical booked and Nottingham Forest ready to proceed with formal steps. Delap said yes to Forest project after speaking to Oliver Glasner. Oh, my God. This is crazy. This is absolutely mental. This is insane. Liam Delap is no longer going to be a Chelsea player. I can't believe this. So Chelsea are going to make a profit on a player who scored 1 Premier League goal. Like, this is absolutely bonkers. Absolutely insane. Guys, what do we think about this? I'm going to put this guy in timeout, man. You don't have to spam it 100 times in a row, please. Like, the way that Chelsea Football Club do business is absolutely insane. Liam Delap, 45 million. And I actually think, you know what? I'll be honest with you right now, okay? This is the moment, right? 1 minute ago, we got Here We Go, and we're live on stream. Let's actually give Liam Delap some time, some airtime here. We've got time. I've not got a bedtime. I'm a grown man. I'm a grown adult here. We can discuss this, okay? This is one of the most incredible Chelsea sales I think we've ever made. And the reason for it is, right, we spent 30 million on him, and within 1 year, it was universally accepted, not only from Chelsea fans, but from everybody inside the football club that we made a mistake. So much so that Delap isn't even involved in the opening squad of the next season. We didn't even have him in the squad to play against Fulham last night. And we have somehow managed to sell him for 15 million more. And I didn't believe this was going to be a permanent sale. I thought we were going to have to loan Liam Delap to Forest and hope for a good season, and then they actually go with that option to buy or obligation, whatever that was going to be. An obligation is obviously better for Chelsea than an option, because an option means that if the club don't like him, we have to then deal with another sale again. But an obligation means they'd have to buy. But now, let's do the maths on this here. Let me get the old pencil in my hand, yeah? Because if Liam Delap is 45 million, and what are we looking at the moment for Nicolas Jackson? Let me go and just take a little look down here, because I saw earlier Nicolas Jackson to Aston Villa is also materialising, because Aston Villa are losing Ollie Watkins to Al Hilal. But 45 million here for Delap. This is so much more money than I thought we were actually going to get. I know that we heard it was 50 million. So again, this is brilliant from Chelsea, because we have said 50 million for Liam Delap. And in the end, we've settled at 45, which is still absolutely insane. I don't know how we've done this. But here's the thing, right? Liam Delap didn't work out. He had a bad season, and he's not a Chelsea-level player. The first thing is about the football club. The fact that we've noticed this is brilliant, and we've actually actioned it. We've not said, okay, we bought you in, you've had a bad year, go and give it another go, keep the number 9 shirt. No. João Pedro is 5 times the player that Delap is. Delap doesn't suit Chelsea's style of football. And Nottingham Forest, this is a move that I actually think is perfect for him. If we talk about the player for a second, the deal is obviously a great deal for Chelsea. Like, it's a 10 out of 10 Chelsea sale. It really is. But I wish Delap all the best. And I kind of feel bad, because he's been so bad that I actually feel bad for calling out how bad he's been. You know, like when some players are bad, but you have high expectations, you can kind of just be angry about it, and then there's no empathy for how much he might be struggling. But with Delap, I empathize. I feel sorry for him, because he's just been the brunt of like abuse from us. But like he's deserved it. Do you know what I mean? And there's nothing I can say to protect that fact. He's been awful. So the fact that we have managed to make 15 million on top is just absolutely mind-boggling. Absolutely mind-boggling. And I genuinely can't believe it. I'm flabbergasted. What are you saying, guys? What are you saying? I'm just going to fix the title of my stream quickly. People are asking me, why is Alvarez in the thumbnail? We're going to go through that as well, but I did not anticipate, I repeat, I did not anticipate this being the headline that we start the stream with. I'll be frank with you. Not Thomas Frank, just Frank Lampard. Like, this is big. This is a big Chelsea sale. And I did not expect it. Liam Delap is gone. And that was initially from John Percy from The Telegraph. So, John Percy has been here we goed and shouted out by Fabrizio Romano here. So let's stay on John Percy's page, who's a Midlands football reporter for the Daily Telegraph. Forest is, I believe, East Midlands. Aston Villa is also in the Midlands. So Aston Villa open talks with Chelsea over £65 million Nicolas Jackson bid. And that is Matt Law's story from The Telegraph. And Matt Law is a reporter who talks about Chelsea, but he's an Aston Villa fan. So we could be talking here about 2 strikers who are, in Xabi Alonso's eyes and in Chelsea Football Club's view, surplus to requirements for 110 million. I'm telling you, we are the best selling club, not just in England, not just in the Premier League, in the world. In the flipping world. Saski, thank you for your super chat, my friend. 100 million off Delap and Garnacho is crazy work. I honestly think just selling Delap is crazy work. It's a wicked laugh, bro. Like you have to feel it, right? We have to feel it. It's absolutely bonkers what is going on here. So people are saying, what is the crack? And why have you spoken about Julian Alvarez? Well, let me show you. Because there was a story, $61 million, man. This is absolutely bonkers. We're gonna talk more about the Delap story as news comes through. But regarding Julian Alvarez, there was a little bit of talk here earlier on today, and this was the update. And it was from Alex Crook. Justin, there's been a few whispers this lunchtime that it's not just Arsenal keeping an eye on Julian Alvarez, maybe Chelsea as well. So you guys know, and I know that I've just missed a super chat there, so I'll quickly grab that from Andrew. Thank you, Andrew, for your contribution. Splash it on Martinez, then we challenge Arsenal. I don't think you're far wrong, bro. I really don't think you're far wrong. Listen, I don't believe for 1 second here that Chelsea are going to sign Julian Alvarez. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's almost impossible, considering he wants Barcelona. I don't even think Arsenal are going to get him. And we know that Arsenal have been desperate to try and sign him. Julian Alvarez, I don't really understand where he'd play. Unless Xabi Alonso is looking at Morgan Rogers as the Enzo Fernandez midfield replacement, which I don't think he could be. That's the only thing that I could envisage. But, I mean, if Chelsea ended up wanting to sign Julian Alvarez and actually did buy Julian Alvarez, he is, as you guys may know, if you've been watching me for a long time, Julian Alvarez and Victor Osimhen are my favourite footballers outside of Chelsea Football Club. So I would be ecstatic if we signed Alvarez, but it's not going to happen. But there is a link there, which is interesting, especially when we see the developments today of how much money we're actually bringing in for these players. And if Enzo Fernandez then goes, then I think this gives Chelsea a very good opportunity to invest some money again in the transfer window, which is why we are bringing back the transfer live streams, okay? Because usually my strike rate with these live streams is pathetic, but within the first 5 minutes here today, we have had a here we go for a massive Chelsea exit. And that is Liam Delap. So let's see. Let's bring it back up again on the screen, shall we? Nicolas Jackson next, potentially. 65 million. And I believe there was some information earlier. I might be wrong with this, but I did see something. This is also quite interesting in relation to Chelsea. Nico Gonzalez in Newcastle today for medical and contract signing after 50 million deal agreed yesterday as revealed. This is basically the final Enzo Fernandez nail in the coffin, so to speak. Let me just have a quick look online and see what the latest is here for Ollie Watkins, because that will be the big point. As soon as Ollie Watkins is gone, that's when Aston Villa will come in. So we do have this here. Albie, thank you for the super chat. If Neto leaves, do I trust Esteval to fill in? He's going to need a lot of work to be a wing back, bro. I'll tell you that much. But this is the latest here from Sasha Tavalieri. Let me just move it down a little bit for you lot. Al Hilal FC and Aston Villa have reached an agreement for Ollie Watkins. Aston Villa were waiting to find his replacement before accepting the proposal. That has now been done. The Englishman, who will travel to Riyadh in the coming days, will earn $15 million a year, bro. That's mental. That is absolutely mental. So as soon as this deal gets done, that is when we start to know that Nicolas Jackson to Villa is going to happen. Aston Villa today also were in for Mateta. And I've got a feeling they don't really want to pay Chelsea 65 million. But as soon as this Watkins deal is done, that will absolutely open up the financial power for Aston Villa to do that. It's Saudi that's low, bro. I'm sorry, but if anyone tells me they're making $15 million a year, I don't care who's paying you. That's a lot of money. But yeah, I think this is a big sign that Nicolas Jackson to Aston Villa will be the next deal. Jackson can't leave until deadline day, right? I think that's true. I still think that's true. They want Mateta too. They probably should. They should probably be going for multiple players that can score them goals after what we saw at the weekend. They were absolutely peppered. We need a goalkeeper. Well, I also think, hang on, let me just, let me get the message, the thing I saw earlier up from Ornstein talking about. So this is a bit of an update here, I guess you could say. And David Ornstein is probably by far the best in terms of reputable information. London Will Always Be Blue have posted this. Ornstein is not aware of a goalkeeper being on the Chelsea agenda before the window shuts. He also says he's a little bit confused as to why Chelsea persist with Sanchez, given the quality of other goalkeepers out there. And this is obviously a huge topical moment from yesterday because, again, Chelsea very good, lots of positive things to say. But then when you've got Robert Sanchez making, let's call it 1.5 errors in match day number 1 of the season, making it significantly more shaky and nerve-wracking than it needs to be, then what we doing here? Do you know what I mean? Rob Sanchez is on his day, he's a very good goalkeeper on his day. But the best goalkeepers and the great goalkeepers, and I've said this often, and I've been backing Sanchez. You know, I feel like he did enough to deserve my backing after the amount of shit I gave him for so long, right? But the great goalkeepers don't have their day. They have every day, and they'll have an off day, right? Rob Sanchez has had too many off days. So why is he still the number 1 goalkeeper? And especially match week number 1 of the season, you've had a whole summer off. He wasn't in goal for Spain at the World Cup. He's had a whole summer, and he comes and delivers that. Let me do a little poll here. We can do the first poll today. Do Chelsea need to sell Rob Sanchez? Thank you, Sibal Siri, for the super chat, my friend. Appreciate it. Let me just quickly read your comment. GB, I'm feeling a little shaky on our wingbacks. I won't lie, and if you guys watched the stream yesterday, which I'm sure a lot of you did, I was very concerned with Pep Chavaria when he came on. I was very nervous watching him. He didn't look up to it. I want to see him against Luton. I want him to start that game in the Carabao Cup. I want to see him for a full 90 minutes at the Bridge. Maybe that'll be a bit easier, a bit better, a bit of an easier way to get into the team a bit more. But yeah, let's see what you guys say here about the Sanchez poll. There's 2,600 of you in here, so welcome to those of you joining the stream. Do Chelsea need to sell Rob Sanchez? 86% of you are saying yes, we do. Yes, we do. But we've also got that there. The goalkeeping coach, Ben Roberts, is a fan of Sanchez. We know that. Ben Roberts was working with Rob Sanchez at Brighton. But guys, honestly, if you're just joining the stream now, we'll go over this again quickly here because this is an absolute bomb that has dropped for Chelsea here. Nottingham Forest reach verbal agreement to sign Liam Delap. Fee around 45 million. Medical booked and Forest ready to proceed with formal steps. Delap said yes to Forest project after speaking to Glasner. Sasky, thank you for the super chat. How about we go for Fabian Ruiz? Great player. And I also think that when we talk about the finances and what we've needed after spending a lot of money again this summer, let's say it's 110 mil for Delap and Jackson. Let's call it 125 for Enzo Fernandez, just for argument's sake. That's 235 million off of 3 players that don't want to be here and shouldn't be here. Do you know what I mean? That's so much money. That is enough money. That's enough for us to go and buy a new goalkeeper. So Chelsea are in a good position after this. So it was a good investment, mate. Liam Delap's time at Chelsea, in the eyes of the project, is a success. Can't believe I'm saying that. But this is brilliant business. Absolutely brilliant business. But no, I don't understand how we made a profit on that guy. I really, really don't understand. You asked me for a wingback. You're going for Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao is not the wingback for me. Not a Premier League wingback. So much money, bro. It's so much money. How have we pulled this off? Bro, I don't know. I actually don't know. I would love it if Chelsea decided that in any negotiation for Nicolas Jackson, we opened up a conversation about Martinez, to be honest. I would love that. 33 years old, we could easily get 2 or 3 top years out of Martinez. World Cup winner, by the way. 2 back-to-back World Cup finals, 10 saves in the last final. Martinez would be an unbelievable signing. And then it gives Penders the perfect platform to become the Chelsea number 1, because Martinez can stay for a year or 2 and then we see. Diogo Costa is another one that people want to see. Alvarez to Chelsea, is it still a rumour? It was a rumour that was going around earlier today. Bloody hell, you lot are not happy with Sanchez. 86% of you. Get involved in the poll, guys. 86% are saying Rob Sanchez should be sold by Chelsea Football Club. Don't you think we're short on centre-backs if we play 3-4-3? Absolutely not. Reece can play there. Wesley Fofana. Hato can play centre-back. Achampong can play centre-back. Lacroix, Colwill. We got more than enough options there. Delap is gone. Delap is gone. Alvarez to Arsenal is dangerous. Alvarez to Arsenal is actually quite frightening, I'm not going to lie. What do you guys think of the Neto thing from yesterday? Let me see if I can get the video up, because I've not actually talked about it. People are going absolutely bonkers over this, but to be fair, I kind of see it, you know. Like, look at this. Reece James is barking at him to get back. Reece James then makes the block. Enzo Fernandez has to come back in and cover. Reece goes absolutely ape at him. And then Neto starts shushing him. What, bro? You can't do that to your captain, man. Especially when you're literally not doing your job. BC, thank you for the super chat. I feel that Enzo going to Man City has the same vibe as Mount going to Man City. Mount to Man United, you mean? Which is ironic after Enzo blew up on him. I mean, technically speaking, yeah. Sammy11HD, thank you for your super chat. Even if don't sell Enzo, surely we can do 60 million for Diogo. I mean, with this Neto money, maybe. What do we think on Neto, guys? What are your thoughts on Neto? But I think that hasn't gone down very well. And to be fair with you, like I obviously didn't see what happened with Neto during the game yesterday. There was too much else going on. I'm going to do a poll. I'll do a poll for Neto in a minute. Swinton, thank you for the super chat. We just scammed Forest with 45 mil. How? We also scamming Villa for Jackson. It's nuts. I don't necessarily think the Villa Jackson one is a scam, but the lap for 45 million, we're calling that a scam. Okay, it's pretty universal at this point. Nearly 1,000 votes. You lot want Rob Sanchez gone. Let's go with the Neto poll, because I'm seeing a lot of aggression towards him. Let's go. Pedro Neto. Keep. Sell. Boom. Easy. Thing with Neto is, who's going to buy him? And this is where it starts to get bonkers, right? We're talking like Chelsea might not do more business in this transfer window. Maybe we do. Maybe we actually do. Because if we do sell Enzo Fernandez, we have to buy a midfielder. We just have to. But if we sell Neto, We're about to sell 2 strikers. I don't know, man. Maybe there's space for another player. Sibal Siri, thank you for the super chat. Sucks Neto is probably one of our better wing backs. That's also true. And this is why I think the Neto one is more of a debate, to be honest. Did I see James upset with Neto? What do you think? We just spoke about that, Mino Dam. But thank you for the super chat and contribution again. Personally, I think you should never shush your captain when you're the one doing something wrong. Like, Reece James is here trying to make the standards high at Chelsea Football Club. This is what we've wanted Reece to be for forever. Xabi Alonso has come through the door, and we are now getting this off of Reece James. Look at him. He's barking orders whilst actually moving his body into the right positions. He's able to shout and tell everyone else what to do while still actually executing his job himself with his feet. That is elite football. Reece James there, that is elite. What we're seeing in this video here. And we've got CFC Moy Scott, whoever this is, who says, if I was Reece James, I'll slap Pedro Neto there if he tells me to keep shut like he did in this video. It is bonkers. It's bonkers. But I think someone would pay 50 mil plus for Neto, you know. Will Hodgkinson, Xabi Alonso said he wanted the window to be over. I mean, yeah, of course, all the managers want the window to be over because it means that they then know what they have to work with. But I'm telling you now, Xabi Alonso won't be saying he wants the window over if we haven't bought a midfielder and we sell Enzo Fernandez. Simple as that. Selling Delap and Jackson, I don't think we go in for another striker. I think we're happy with Pedro, Welbeck, Amiga. 300 mil package deal for Neto, Gusto, and Enzo. That's bonkers. Yeah, what's going to happen with Gusto? 60% of you are saying sell Neto. That's more than I thought. I thought it was going to be more people would want to keep Neto. Oh. Oh, whoa. Interesting. Get involved with the poll. 60% still saying sell. Guys, smash the like button on the stream too if you can. If you haven't already done so. That's 338 likes. That's nice. Let's get that up to 500. We could do it. Sammy 11 HD. If Enzo leaves, I want Mazza. What happened to him? I swear everybody was linked with this Mazza guy earlier in the transfer window, and then what happened? Subject 49. He's a Villa mate. Let's see if there's any other updates of any kind. Sibal Siri, thank you for the super chat. Unpopular, but give me Grimaldo, he says. No, didn't Grimaldo move somewhere this summer already? I've just seen a post. Gabby Agbonlahor. Agbonlahor on Chelsea #1, Robert Sanchez. Even my kids were laughing at him. Deary me. Look, there's another great video here of Reece. This is Reece James when Chavaria came on yesterday. Look at him. Like, he's literally going bonkers. He's going to have a sore throat like me this morning, you know. What happened with Delay? Just joined. Well, I think you mean Delap, bro. But Liam Delap is gone. He's an absolute goner. What about... Let's have a little chat about someone, all right? I'm going to get him up on the screen. I'm not going to tell you who it is. But I want to know your thoughts on this because I've got a little feeling that this guy could be the guy, you know. W. Raiden, thank you for the super chat. James, Lavia, Henderson, and Barco can partner Caicedo. No need to buy an Enzo replacement. I can't agree with you, mate. I really can't agree with that. Lavia can't be trusted to stay fit. Henderson's 36. Reece James also might be needed in other areas of the pitch. Also can't be trusted always for fitness. And Barco isn't Enzo Fernandez. It's just not. Barco's a very good player. But there is also a bit of a debate here about spending the money, because Zubimendi might be available at Arsenal and potentially Xabi Alonso might want him. Alex Scott is going to be... I don't think Bournemouth accept anything less than 100 million. Adam Wharton, I don't think Palace accept anything less than 100 mil. And I don't think Wharton is a 100 million pound midfielder. I think Alex Scott could become one. Smackster Sivam, thank you for the super chat. Get Martinez, Ruiz or Wharton and a left back in, maybe. I mean, I don't think we need a left back. We've just spent the money on Pep Chavaria. He just needs probably a bit of time. Manu Kone, people are saying. All right, so Neto is sell. 59% of you, just over 1,000 votes. Let's do another poll here. And I'm going to say Malo Gusto, keep, sell. And I'm also going to show you this guy. I want to know your thoughts. I've seen a few of you in the comments saying this. Morgan Gibbs-White of Nottingham Forest. Let me just paint an idea here. I haven't seen this anywhere. I haven't read this. This is just my thought process right now. 45 mil for Delap is a lot of money. Is that a sweetener potentially for a go for Morgan Gibbs-White? What do we think? Palmer is an 8. No, I don't think you move Palmer. Maybe Rodgers? There was a tweet here from Vince Bluefooty from Tom Colomos. Chelsea was showing an interest in Morgan Gibbs-White. If Enzo Fernandez would have moved to Man City, it would be interesting to see whether they had another dart at Gibbs-White. Whether Forest would sell, though, is another entirely different matter. So get involved with the poll. 55% of you right now are saying to sell Malo Gusto. 45% of you are saying to keep him. New goalkeeper. I'd love it if we signed a new keeper. But will we do it? I don't know, mate. I feel like we might do a madness at the end of this window, you know. If all of these sales actually go through, we might. So what are we saying on Gibbs-White? The Malo Gusto poll is pretty close. Get involved with the votes, guys. The more votes we get, the more conclusive the conversation is. Too offensive. But the thing is, like we said we need a player with a bit of an engine. Do you know what I mean? Like if Enzo Fernandez, obviously people are more likely to try and look for his flaws now to justify why they don't care that he's being sold potentially. But one thing that's undeniable about Enzo Fernandez, and both of these things coexist. He does a lot of running and a lot of work, but he isn't quick enough to always get it right. So when it comes to Enzo Fernandez, I do think a player who has a bit more ground coverage speed could be a good idea. Man, please stop spamming, bro. I'm literally here reading the chat the whole time. Hi George, give me the night. See what you did there. What's Chelsea's income on sales so far, including loan fees? I actually don't know the total. Does anyone know the total so far? All right, 56% of you are selling Malo Gusto. So Gusto and Neto aren't in people's good books right now. Is Fabian Ruiz realistic? Again, difficult one to answer. Very difficult one to answer. Interesting. There is another headline here that I've not spoken about yet today. After bringing in Austin McPhee from Aston Villa, Chelsea have further added to their set-piece department by hiring a new first-team analyst called Andre Reis. Reis spent the last 7 years working with the Portuguese FA, analysing set-pieces for Portugal at the 2026 World Cup throughout their victorious 24-25 Nations League campaign. Chelsea just doing bits, man. Look at this from Alex Goldberg, too. This is interesting. It's actually very crazy how this is true. Liam Delap becomes the 13th player Chelsea have sold for more than Arsenal's record sale. Our clearance aisle does better business than their record book department. That's mental. That is absolutely mental. 13 players that have been sold for more than Arsenal's record sale. That's mad. That is absolutely bonkers. What? There might be even more money here for Delap, you know. Kieran Gill has just posted this 3 minutes ago. Agreement reached between Chelsea and Forest for Delap. Told it is a total of 50 mil. There's no way that this can get any better than 45 million, surely. Surely it's not going up to 50 mil. Surely not. That is mad, you know. 45 million with 5 million in add-ons. Ben Jacobs. What's Ben Jacobs saying? This is why doing transfer live streams is so fun, because we're basically just like hunting. Oh my goodness, it is. No way! Forest reach an agreement in principle to sign Liam Delap from Chelsea, a club record fee of up to £50 million. Oh my goodness. We have officially pulled their pants down. That is insanity, guys. That is absolute insanity. Here comes the money! Money, 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 money! This is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. We are raking in the cash. Thank you, Nottingham Forest. Marinakis, I will never speak badly of you again. I might even order some food to celebrate. I kind of only had 1 meal today. I had 4 eggs around breakfast time. Just 4 eggs, which is very boring, but it was quite nice. And then I had a very healthy dinner, actually. Had like a steak bowl. Keto bowl. I feel like I need to order like a nice curry or something to celebrate. Guys, what shall I order? What shall I order to celebrate Liam Delap being sold for £50 million? What shall I eat for my dinner? Greek food for Marinakis. Let's do it. Let's order from a Greek restaurant. I'm ordering Greek food. This is the only answer. Let me see. Okay, there's a place called Simply Greek. Simply Greek. Or Spiro's Greek Bowl and Pitta. Okay, they're both very close. I'm going to order from Simply Greek, bro. I am ordering... what's the healthier option? A souvlaki or a gyro? This is incredible. I'm not going to do the combo because I don't want fries. I am going to get what shall I get? Gyro or souvlaki? Souvlaki is healthier. That's the option then. We are going to go with the healthy Marinakis, no fries. I want shredded feta and chopped chili in there. I want it spicy as meh. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. I'm gonna get another skewer on the side because it's 50 million. That's for the add-ons. This is for the add-ons. And then I'm also gonna get a beetroot juice. Unbelievable. What? It's unavailable. No. This can't be. Maybe it's just the beetroot juice. Wait. Come on. This is rubbish. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. I cannot believe. Delap is to leave Chelsea. I don't understand. Right, come on. No, they don't want me to buy it, bros. They don't want me to buy it. Let's try the chicken gyro. Maybe they just want me to go full Marinakis. No, it's actually not available. So we're going to have to go to the other restaurant. Spyro's Greek restaurant. Copying Mourinho's tone, of course. I could do an impression of any manager. I actually can. Okay, let's go again. Oh, this one looks way better. This looks amazing. No fries. Spicy. They have like an actual spicy option. This is brilliant. And they have it. They have it. It says 20 minutes. That means I'm going to stay live and chat to you lot for at least half an hour because we need to eat this together. This is the Liam Delap special Greek pitta. £9.50. Oh, we have a Jackson update as well. You're kidding. Sushi is healthier. Yeah, but that doesn't make sense, mate. Because we're buying the Greek food because of Marinakis. Marinakis is spending 50 million on Liam Delap. The least I can do to show my appreciation is order from a Greek restaurant. That is the least I can do to express my gratitude for said man. 70 mil for Jackson. CFC Daily, what's he posting? Oh! We got more news. Hang about. So CFC Daily, there's a lot of stories here. Personal terms between Villa and Jackson are very close. Okay, interesting stuff. The bid is coming. The proposal is coming by Man City for Enzo Fernandez. Man City will bid. We will see when. It could be any moment. Stay tuned. Personal terms between Man City and Enzo Fernandez are not a problem. Just in, there is a green light from Enzo to proceed. It's happening. Ladies and gentlemen, it is happening. We have got multiple updates here. Chelsea are about to make some serious dollar. What do we think? Chelsea could sell ice to an Eskimo. I totally agree with you. All right, you guys are saying to sell Malo Gusto. Let's do another poll, okay? Who should we do? Mate, there's a lot of news here today. This is like the first time, I think, ever. And why has that changed? It's the first time ever where we've actually gone and done a Chelsea news stream and we've just had bare stuff come in whilst we're talking. But that 50 million for Delap is more Chelsea news, kind of. Hang on. Let me just unplug my stream deck because my stream deck has just decided it wants to just absolutely freak out on me. Why is that not working? That's the weirdest thing ever. Okay, whatever. We'll have to do it manually from now on. There's also this news, guys. Leipzig confirm Nkunku has rejoined on a season-long loan from AC Milan. Joe B, thank you for the super chat. Chelsea should increase Enzo by £10 million each day. Wow. There's Donald Trump. Sell-on clause. No, it's a loan. It's a loan. Let's get Fabrizio's account up because there could be breaking news on Enzo anytime. If Enzo leaves tonight, 20 subs. You guys should be subscribed to GBFC at this point anyway. Come on, legends. Subscribe. 3,000 of you in the stream right now. We got Sibal Siri sending in gifts as well as super chats, to be fair. Absolute legend. A hero amongst men. Samanamana, waka waka, 10th place, who gives a crap? We got rid of Delap. The little cut down at the end ruined it. 11,000 from 400k. Let's get there, George. Yeah, it's proper close, you know. It's hang on. How many? We've gained 1,000 subscribers today. Yo. We've actually gained 1,000 subs today. That's a great day. Damn. Yeah, literally last night I was on 388,300 and I'm on 389,300. So thank you to all the new subscribers. Keep subscribing to the channel. Keep subscribing. Because we've got Greek food on the way to celebrate Marinakis being just a way better man than I thought he was. Significantly better guy. All right, let's do it then. Who do you prefer? Adam Wharton, Alex Scott. Yo, bro, please stop with the spam. Do I have any mods in here? I need some mods, man. How can we not look for a new goalkeeper? Bro, honestly, if we're making all of this money today, we got to go in the market and get some improvements. Manu Kone is the best option, but Kone's got a bad injury record, to be fair. Benson, eat in front of us. You know, some people on live streams get so upset when you eat food, but today we're eating. I'm going to go straight up to the camera. We're doing it all. It might... Oh, it's a bit delayed, guys. It means the here we go isn't official yet. It's a premature here we go. As soon as it comes, it'll be done. We'll get the Ornstein bomber when the Greek food arrives. That's Marinakis delivering. How tall am I? 6'3". Pretty tall. Can we get a mukbang? See, this is what I'm thinking, right? I've been thinking about it today a little bit, right? I want my next GBFC office and studio to actually be like a flipping like mega studio. I want to have a set where we sit at the chair. I want to have a sofa set where we stream with a little table in front of us with 2 cameras. Like, I feel like I want to upgrade. But the question is, I don't know where I'm going to be. Thank you for the sparkles. Caleb, thank you for the super chat. Alex Scott commenting on Chelsea's post. He wants us. Mate, of course he does. Alex Scott is desperate to join Chelsea. And this poll, this is crazy. 51% say Wharton, 49% say Alex Scott. I won't lie. I kind of want Alex Scott. The longer it's gone on this summer, the more I see of him play. Like, I thought he was fantastic the other day. I think Bournemouth were very, very unlucky. Yusuf, are you in the chat, bro? George's timing for live stream is perfect. Bomber every time. Bro, to be fair, I wish that was true. I wish my timing was actually good, but it's not. My timing for streams is normally useless. Whenever I do a stream normally, nothing happens. But we've changed it. I was literally like, 20 minutes before I scheduled the live, I was on my way home from being in the shopping mall, and I was like, I'm going to do a stream. I don't know what else I'm going to do tonight. I'm just going to do a stream. Zubimendi better fit than Scott. You guys are asking me to call people. I need to set that up in advance. Like, I need to actually like figure out how I can get their audio through on Discord or something. What is my favorite Indonesian food? Rendang. Okay, so it's 50-50 on the Adam Wharton and Alex Scott poll. Get voting. There's 3,000 of you in here. Make sure you hit the like button on the stream too. We have had the biggest news of the day. Maybe the biggest news of the summer. Realistically, this is bonkers. Liam Delap to Nottingham Forest is a here we go. 45 million with 5 million in add-ons. It doesn't say it here, but it is 5 million in add-ons. And that's been confirmed by virtually every other journalist. Alex Scott was a Tottenham supporter. No way. Was he actually? Surely not. He seems like he's too cool to support Spurs. It's a club record deal for Nottingham Forest. It's just mad, isn't it? Vitinha. Yeah, we're not going to get Vitinha, mate. Agent KB, thank you, sir. Peace from Texas, my brother. Thank you very much. I actually really enjoyed Texas when I was there in the summer. Don't know if you saw my vlogs on Project 90, but I had a very good time in Texas. Right, let me check on my wrap and see if there's any delivery update. 7 minutes away. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Marinakis is delivering the goods. His name is actually Mohammed Afsal. He's delivering the goods, but you know we're gonna say it's Marinakis just because I'm silly like that. What is in the wrap? I'll show you when it comes. We'll unwrap it and eat it. How are you able to travel all the time? It's called investment into your future, my friend. Adam Pinsler, thank you for the super chat. Love the updates. Could you do an analysis on who would be better suited as Caicedo's partner, Wharton or Scott or others? I mean, it would actually be quite good to do a deep dive into some stats, wouldn't it? But I don't have them accessible right now. Angelo Stiller is a name that I have seen thrown around a little bit. A couple of times. Did Marinakis eat all the food in the other restaurant? I mean, they did run out of their most basic core ingredients. I don't really understand how that's possible. Caleb, thank you for the super chat. Working in Cali right now. Your streams help pass the time. Love to hear it, my friend. Glad that we've been able to offer some form of entertainment if you're struggling and bored at work. 3,000 of you in here on the first live that we have done for the transfer window since the Enzo deadline. I'm probably going to do this every day, you know. The morning videos will be the morning videos. Might do an evening vid as well after the stream. Who knows? But is what it is. There's a lot of different audience from live streams to people that watch videos. But appreciate everybody who watches both. All right, what's Fabrizio? What else is Fabrizio saying? This is also quite nice to see. 1 second. Let me see if I can get my stream deck back working again. Why is that just all of a sudden decided without me pressing anything that it doesn't want to work? Alex Scott is a Tottenham fan. That's actually disappointed me a little bit. I won't lie. Delap's gone. Mate, I can't believe it. George, mate, it's 2 p.m. here in the States and I'm absolutely hammered. On a Tuesday afternoon at 2 o'clock. Mate, look after yourself. Although I can't say anything. I'm pretty sure there's been a few Tuesdays in my time where I've also had the same thing. So I'm not going to pretend to be a saint. But these days, I'm certainly not that much of a sinner. I can tell you that. More Yannick sinner than anything else. Why is that not working? That is the weirdest thing ever. Oh, well. Adam Wharton and Alex Scott is still 50-50, basically. 51% are Adam Wharton, 49% are Alex Scott. And that is with the knowledge that he's a Tottenham fan. So I guess that actually does kind of make Alex Scott the winner, because I'm sure some people are voting purely off the fact he's a Tottenham fan. Look at this, guys, as well, by the way. FootMob's top 5 rated players in the Premier League so far. Morgan Rogers and Cole Palmer inside the top 5. Very good start to the season for Chelsea. Wow. This is a big one. Enzo Fernandez bid from City is coming. Could be any moment. Enzo gave them the green light to proceed. Let's see how much it's going to be, because it seems like the documents were done today for Nico Gonzalez to go to Newcastle. So that would be interesting. Let's see. Oh, captain is stuck in traffic. 4 minutes away. Come on, son. Oh, wow. This restaurant's really close. I hope this is good, because we found a new Greek restaurant. Marinakis. Marinakis. Here's Matt Law's tweet also. Told it also includes 5 million in add-ons to take the full value of the deal up to 50 million pounds. It's an incredible sale by Chelsea. Hope it goes well for Delap. He deserves some luck. I do agree. I do wonder if there is like, is there a world where if he didn't get injured, it would have been better? Do you know what I mean? I don't know if that's even, it's not worth thinking about now, because either way, this has ended up good for Chelsea. But if he didn't get injured, would he have been better? Would it have been as bad of a season as it looks? Dolly Parton passed away. Rest in peace. Very weird story. My sister was randomly sat next to her on a plane once when she was very young and she didn't really know who it was. Yeah, but rest in peace. That Delap fee is suspiciously high. Is it, though? Is it? I think we've just got a good deal, boys. I think we just got a good deal. Enzo the Snake to PSG for Fabian Ruiz. All right, 51% is Adam Wharton. I'm going to let the votes get up to 1,500. If you haven't voted in the poll, vote now. And then we can make this conclusive. It couldn't be closer right now between Wharton and Scott. Get voting. Get voting. Can I get the Chelsea Avengers back together? Those videos were too good. Maybe. I don't know when it will be able to happen, though. But I can try. Mainu. That's an interesting thought. All right, 51%. Adam Wharton. He's still winning. McTominay. That's an interesting shout. Nemicha or Pavlovic? Pedri. Okay, I'm going to make Sibal Siri a mod because he does a lot of super chats. Standard moderator. I need a mod in here because there's a lot of spammers. We need to get rid of the spammers. I'm going to time this guy out for a bit. Sorry, mate. Like, just I can see all of it. Like, I'm literally, can you not, if you're watching the stream, you can see I'm reading the chat. You don't need to keep spamming. I don't want to reply to people that spam. Fabrizio's face is creeping you out. All right, let's go back to me for a bit. Okay, Adam Wharton has won the poll, 52%. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Let's do another poll. Who would you prefer? Let's do Zubimendi or Manu Kone. These people are weird, man. Proper weirdos. Let's go Zubimendi or Manu Kone. If you had to choose one. 61%. Don't forget my food is coming. My food is coming. Oh, my word. That was like a proper sneeze. That came out of nowhere as well. Prem experience is key. I do agree. Prem experience would be pretty good. It's nice. Put the chat in slow mode. What does that do? How do I even do that? Rezua, thank you for the super chat. You should make me a mod. I'll do a perfect job. Thing is, I don't know if people are always telling the truth when they say that. You know what I mean? Do you know what? I read the chat so often on my streams that the names that I see very regularly, I always end up modding them eventually. Marinakis for mod. What was my opinion on Esteval's performance against Fulham? Disappointing, to be honest with you. Obviously, he didn't get that much time, but I think he's going to have to adapt the way he plays if he's going to get more minutes here, because I think we look better when we're playing wing backs, and I think we will use that system a lot this season. So I think if Palmer's playing the way that Palmer's playing, and if Rodgers keeps going the way that he started, it's going to be so hard to even envisage Esteval getting starting minutes as a 10. I think Esteval is too good to be out of the team. So he's going to have to adapt. He's going to have to adapt. George, you look proper nice, mate. Thank you. See, this is what I mean. You guys are always lovely. Chelsea will offer over 80 million for Alex Scott if Enzo Fernandez leaves. Where are we reading this? Right, let's see where Marinakis is. Let's see where my food is. 1 minute away, guys. The Marinakis deal is on the way. Let me just let me get it all prepared here on Fabrizio's page. We are celebrating the brilliance of Marinakis. And we're also celebrating the brilliance of the ability to be able to ban spammers in the chat. There we go. Thank you, Trisha. Much appreciated. The Marinakis special. The Marinakis meze grill. No, we've gone for a chicken souvlaki, I think. Yeah, chicken souvlaki pitta. Can he wait for it, mate? Can he wait? Here it is. Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Hang on. Let me go. Let me go get it. There's somebody at the door. Good evening, mate. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you. You too. Thanks. Right. Okay. The food is here. Let's do a little review. Okay, so comes in like this this bag with three little lines across it. Let's give it a go. See what we're doing. And then, oh, blimey. All right, it comes in like a fancy little box from Spyro's Greek. It's got this little text here, which is quite interesting. And then, let's go. We're opening it up. Sound. Where's the sound? You ready? Okay. Let's actually have a look and see what it genuinely looks like. So, Liam Delap to Nottingham Forest. We have ordered the Marinakis Chicken Souvlaki Pitta Spicy Edition for the £50 million sale of arguably Chelsea's poorest striker signing in a while. We wish him all the best. Liam, this is for you. This is the Spyro's Chicken Souvlaki Pitta. And I won't lie, it looks pretty good. It does look nice. Let's give it a go. Mmm. 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 Wow. Mmm. It is, it's genuinely quite spectacular. It is genuinely very spectacular. It's like, I don't know if you guys can actually properly see it. I don't want to spill it everywhere. But, like, it's very juicy. It's got a lot of sauce on it. Thank you, Marinakis. I mean, we've spoken about Liam Delap enough. He technically has bought this for me. Mmm. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Right, we have to go and get a tissue. Also, Coke Zero. You guys know we love a Coke Zero on a stream. It's actually really good. Does it taste like 45 mil plus add-ons? I'm going to say it tastes like one Premier League goal at Fulham. For real. This is good. This is very good. My one concern is that I ruined this, which is a new sweatshirt I bought. So I'm going to take that off for a minute, throw that down there, and give this another whirl. Look at this, guys. So much good chicken in there. It looks good. And it tastes even better. Spyro's Gyros, basically, in Dubai. But yeah, that's the one. We got a deal. We got a deal for Liam Delap for 45 million plus add-ons. £50 million. Animal abuser, mate. Get in the bin, mate. Honestly. I've rescued and given a life to more animals than you've had hot dinners. I'm not even joking. But whatever, mate. Animal abuser. What's this bloke on? You probably think there's more than two genders, too. Sorry. I shouldn't say that, should I? But I can't. Can't not. I'm too excited. The taste is actually really good. Genuinely really, really good. And, yeah, the Marinakis special is fantastic. Let me have a little look and see if there is any more updates. Yeah, Liam Toomey here. This is well worded. Liam Delap is officially a Blueco success story. Identified as a market opportunity at 30 million last summer. Sold to Forest now after a nightmare season for at least 45 mil. Total package worth up to 50 mil. Great business by Chelsea. This is true. This is absolutely true. Simon Phillips also tweeted about Morgan Gibbs-White 22 minutes ago. I have a strong feeling this guy now ends up at Chelsea. It's the only explanation. I don't think he can be too far wrong, you know. He might be right. All right, let me have a little bit more of a nibble of this. Well, the Marinakis special on the first transfer live. Unbelievable. I just love food. Food's good. Food is fun. I probably should wash my hands in a minute too. Would I order it again? I actually would. I genuinely would. I purely ordered this because Marinakis has overpaid us for Liam Delap. So I had some Greek food some Greek food to celebrate. And I'm very happy with my choices. I'm very happy that the other restaurant didn't have the basics. So yeah, we're all a winner. That was a big mouthful. Leao to Aston Villa, is that happening? I would probably be looking to buy Leao if I was Aston Villa after watching Garnacho for 5 minutes. George, my wife thinks you're fit. What's your secret? Just live in nice hot places. Travel the world. Be open-minded. And drink good beer. All right, well, that was the Argentinian, not the Argentinian, that was the Greek special. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. Fantastic. Marinakis, you are the man, the hero. We don't have any goalkeeper news right now. But to be fair, this has been the first I keep saying deadline. The first transfer stream of deadline week. Let's call it that. And we have managed to get a massive here we go for Liam Delap, which I think is just a monumental moment for everyone, really. I can't give everything I eat that's really tasty a 10. Like, this is what I mean about food ratings and stuff. You have to be realistic. A 10 out of 10, we're talking about like one of the best things you've ever eaten. Like, it can't be better. I'll give something an 8 if I think it's a bit too small, or if there's too much, or if it's like too oily. But it tastes really good, you know? Like that chicken gyro, whatever it was, I feel like it could have been a bit bigger, to be honest with you. It wasn't the biggest thing ever. It comes in a nice box, but like, I'd rather you didn't give me a nice box and you just put it in some foil and give me a bit more chicken. Do you know what I mean? Whatever it costs you to get that box in, I don't want to have to pay for that. I just want the food. So I'm not about presentation on takeaways. There's no point. Like, what am I paying for? It's going in the bin. Have I ever rated anything a 10? Absolutely. Many things I've given a 10. Even very recently, I had the best pizza of my life about a week and a half ago in Tuscany, in a very small little restaurant. It was a family-ran restaurant in a very small town called Lucignano. And it was like, what was it? What was the name of the special kind of pizza? It was like a Roman pizza, actually, not a Tuscan pizza. It was like a special kind of Roman thing, like a rectangular one, and it was just unreal. At what age did I drop out of uni to do YouTube? 18. I'm 32. Wait, I've been doing YouTube since I was 16, I think. But I actually dropped out of uni to do it full time at 18 years old. Pitfire Pizza is good. Yeah, that's in Dubai. That is a good one. All right, 61% of you are saying Zubimendi over Manu Kone. Am I playing FPL? Yes. Am I a trust fund baby? Absolutely not, mate. I have worked hard for everything that I have in life. Oh, this is great. I'll show you. 2 goals in 41 appearances, and we made £15 million of profit. Oh, Fabrizio. Okay, we're on the way. We're on the way. We're on our way. We're on our way to Nottingham. We're on our way. Okay, there is actually an update here from Fabrizio. Man City official bid for Enzo will be sent soon, as reported this morning. Deal absolutely on. It's gonna get done, guys. They're not gonna make an official bid if they haven't already agreed with Chelsea what that fee is gonna be. And the question is, how much will it be? Is it gonna be the initial 120 million? Anything more than 120 million, I'm happy at this point. If it's 120 million, then I kind of feel like we haven't dealt with this perfectly. Because we could have just not had this deadline. And yeah, whatever. Gaston Edul reporting that City will offer between 130 and 140 million. That's mad. 130 plus 10 in add-ons. That would be very good. Let me actually have a little look here. Let's see. Gaston Edul has said... What's he said? When did we see this? But he is a very good, reputable journalist. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Man City is set to offer 130 to 140 million for Enzo Fernandez between today and tomorrow. That's getting accepted. That is getting accepted. The most expensive player in Premier League history. Guys, this is going to be a monumental moment. 130 to 140 million. So that could be nearly 200 million for Delap and Enzo Fernandez. I've already made a video talking about this today. I've said you accept that. You absolutely accept that because he wants to go and there's no point keeping a player. If an offer like that comes in, that's a great offer. It's a really good offer. Stream on Twitch as well. It's not a bad idea. I will try and set that up for tomorrow. So yeah, what do we think? The bid is going to come in. So in the next 24 hours, this is getting done. This is getting done. That was Enzo Fernandez last minute at Chelsea. To be honest, at this point, I don't really care. If we accept a bid of 120 million, we look a bit silly. If it's more than 120 million, we've done a good job. As long as we bring in a replacement. We need a good replacement. Plus 1 million for any game he gets audibly booed at. Tosin, nothing on Tosin yet. Apparently he's got options, but what does that mean? No one's made a bid. He doesn't really have options. Strasbourg been getting destroyed horribly, mate. Strasbourg are in trouble this season, big time. Why do you live in Dubai? Is it tax/business purposes or weather? Both. The tax purposes are fantastic. The weather is, I mean, it's very hot. It was 45 degrees today. That's a bit hot. But the weather's good all year round, sunny every single day. I'm a firm believer that the more time you spend outside in the sunshine, the happier you might be in life. That's my thought. That's how I feel anyway. It's not the same for everybody. Some people love the rain. Some people like to be at home all cozy. I also like that. Don't get me wrong. But on an average day, I sit inside a studio with bright lights and everything else. I want a bit of natural like sunlight and daylight. So that's just my preference. It's Chris Trinity. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Much appreciated. Is there any news about Enciso from Ipswich to Chelsea? No. He's only just signed for Ipswich. What do I think about Neto shushing James? I'd actually say, we talked about this quite a lot earlier in the stream. Go back and give that one a little look. But yeah, Enzo Fernandez is going to go to Manchester City. This looks as though it is very much closing up. We need the bid to come in, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I think it's going to happen this evening. So yeah, that is that. One sec. I just quickly put in something. Super chat from Stella Blues. Big fan of Chelsea and you from Japan. Thank you very much. Still need to visit Japan. I would absolutely love to get to Japan one day. We're very close to 1,000 likes on the stream, guys. I'd really appreciate it if you could smash to pieces the like button for me. We're very, very close. And this has been a very, very good Chelsea transfer news live. We have had Liam Delap as a here we go on stream. Within about 5 minutes of the stream beginning, we had Delap going to Nottingham Forest for what is, for Forest, mentally a club record fee. And they're spending their club record fee on Liam Delap. I find it absolutely mad. So who are we going to go for? That is the big question. That's the big question. Jackson to Villa for 70 million. Okay, Fabrizio, what are we saying? I mean, it's basically the same thing as before. Enzo Fernandez has given green light to Man City as he's open to the move and rejoin Enzo Maresca. Man City bid to be sent soon and up to Chelsea. So I guess it depends on what that bid actually is. We have got the same tweet again from Fabrizio Romano. But I wonder how much it's going to be. Like, the amount is going to be very, very important. CFC Daily says 145 million. Let's actually have a little look. Quick refresh. 145 million euros, according to ESPN Argentina. Let me see. 145 million euros. That is only 124 million pounds. So that's not exactly massive. 130 mil plus is good. Anything less than that, I'm like, whatever. Get on with it. Move on. I'm tired of talking about it. Yeah. But let's see. Let's see what happens here. Because this will be Chelsea. This will be a huge sale for Chelsea. Josh Hart says, does that say 45 mil? Take it and run. It does. No more Enzos or Liams. Yeah, the Enzo and Liam thing didn't work out for Chelsea, did it, last season? Maresca gone. Fernandez gone. Rosinia, Liam gone. Delap gone. No one will buy Enzo except for City. Yeah, no, there's no one else coming in for him. Did we get our money's worth with Enzo's time at Chelsea? I'm going to say yes, because of the amount we're selling him for. I think he became very important to the team. I think his output levels just got better and better. And I think he was a good player. I don't think he was perfect. He certainly wasn't perfect. There could have been... to be fair, the squad building, when you spend 200 and whatever million on Caicedo and Enzo, you either needed to get someone who would be a perfect match for Enzo, or you get someone who's a perfect match for Caicedo, and neither of them were that for the other. Santos 50, Cucurella 50, that's 100. Chalobah 30, 130. George 24, 154. Maresca 17, 171. Delap 50, 221. 221 then plus Enzo Fernandez at 125. 346, I think. I've probably got that maths totally wrong in my head. I don't think the midfield was ever the issue in recent years. No, but this is what I mean. I'm a firm believer that if you spend 220 million, you should be able to get something perfect. You could do that. They weren't perfect, but they're both very good. That's my thoughts. Why does Alonso not want a keeper? I'm not convinced he doesn't not want a keeper. I wouldn't be surprised if Xabi Alonso does want a new keeper. I'm cold now. I need to put my jumper back on. Richie, welcome to the stream, sir. Diogo Costa should be quick if he's coming to Chelsea. Mate, I don't think it's about Diogo Costa wanting to go to Chelsea. It's whether or not Chelsea are willing to bid for Diogo Costa. I've got a very good air conditioning unit in my apartment. Like, it's a good one. It's quiet and it gets cold. So I much prefer being at home with the AC on. I know it's not good for the environment, but I like to sit at home and get all warm and wear a nice hoodie or a jumper or something with the AC on. Oh, nice and cold. How can we be serious about challenging in the league if we're strengthening Man City's weakest position? See, this is the debate here, isn't it? Because it's not just good riddance we got rid of Enzo Fernandez. Maybe for some people it is good riddance we got rid of Enzo Fernandez. There is a lot of layers to this cake. There's a lot of things to think about. You can also talk about the angle of the project. Enzo Fernandez, in my opinion, represented what this project was in terms of you spend money on young players and you try and grow with them. You give them an 8 or a 9 year deal or whatever it was. And what was it? 100-point team we were talking about? We're not obviously going to get that. It's a bit of a ridiculous pipe dream that they had. But for Enzo Fernandez to go, he was like, that was the moment where I was like, okay, we've got something different happening here at Chelsea. They're just going for it with all these young talents, right? But strengthening a rival doesn't sit well with me either. Neil McReynolds hopes that Real Madrid hijack the deal. Not happening. No, there's been nothing else on Alvarez. It was just a little link and a whisper was the word from Alex Crook. But yeah, we're expecting a bid imminently for Enzo Fernandez to come through. The deal is on. So Chelsea Transfer, which is another aggregator platform, said this from Gaston Edul, and there is quotation marks here, so maybe this is exactly what Gaston Edul said. Man City are going to bid between 130 to 140 million pounds for Enzo Fernandez in pound sterling for him. Enzo Maresca, the Man City manager, had a lot to do with this as well. And there they are together. So let's see what the amount is actually going to be. Richie, thank you for your super chat, my friend. Nottingham Forest owner, is he all right? 45 million for Delap. Mate, it's not just 45 million, it's 50. It's 50 whole million great British diddly squiddlies, mate. We got snakes. I'm seeing snake emojis in the chat. Did I see Reggie Walsh's debut for Wigan? Yeah, he was very good. He scored a lovely goal as well, but it was ruled out for offside. And it was offside, but it was a great goal. All right. I don't know if this is inciting hate, but I'm going to do another poll. Oh, I love streaming, man. Streaming's just fun. You guys know what I mean here. The poll is live. Go and vote right now. We've got the rat or the snake. Which one is it? Rat or snake? And the snake is winning 71 to 29. Diabolical, George. Well, you know, I'm here having a good time, you know. Where's Barbara the rat? She's usually in my comment section. Barbara, are you watching? Are you watching, Barbara? Make yourself heard, make yourself known. Barbara the rat is usually in the GBFC streams. Richie again, thank you for your contribution. Really, Benson, 50 million what? Bro, I'm telling you. Liam Delap for 50 million. If you scroll back, if you've just joined the stream, you can scroll back earlier in the stream and watch. We even ordered a chicken souvlaki wrap to celebrate Marinakis, the Greek god of Nottingham, spending 50 million British pounds on Chelsea's surplus number 9. Sensational business for Chelsea. 30 million we spent on Liam Delap last season. I want to talk through this again. Like I genuinely feel as though this is one of the craziest sales. That's definitely the word that we've had. Like, it's not the biggest sale that we've ever made, but this here is the 45 million, but it doesn't include the 5 million in add-ons. But I mean, it doesn't matter if it's 45 or 50 mil. It's still redonkulous money. Yeah, not euros, pounds. We buy Gibbs White from Nottingham Forest. So it's not a loan. No, it's not a loan. It's a genuine transfer. Where can you get the jacket you got yesterday? I bought it in Nike in Dubai. I don't know if it's available yet in the Megastore or anything, but yeah. Delap has been sold, Big Matisse. He has indeed, sir. He has indeed. The deal of the century. The deal of the century. I think it has to go down in terms of like rating transfer business, selling business from a football club. That has to be one of the most incredible football sales ever. And I mean, who knows? Nottingham Forest, he could do very well there. He could do very well there. But I don't think it's ever going to be good enough for us to be like, oh, we got a bad deal there. No, there is nothing bad about this. And 6.6 million people have seen it on Twitter right now. Mental scenes. He does look quite good in a Forest shirt. I don't like red kits. I don't like any team in red really. Forest are probably the best team in red, but still. Harry Ross, thank you for the super chat. Can't compete with Sanchez. Absolutely must replace. We have talked about that a little bit today too. Matisse says, cleared Arsenal's record sale by 15 million for our worst ever striker. Bro, this is the 13th time Chelsea have sold a player for more than Arsenal's record. 13 times we've done this. 13! Isn't it still Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain too? How is he still there? Like, what are they doing there? But no, there probably will be an investigation into Chelsea for this. Oh, I want another wrap now. You know when you eat something and it's not quite big enough to like fully fill you up, but if I didn't eat anything, I wouldn't have wanted anything more. But now I've eaten that, I want more food, which is really annoying because it's 10:43 at night and it's not good to eat this late at night. Unless I'm going to stay up all night, which I'm not going to do because I'm a sophisticated young man who likes to go to bed at a normal time. Unk status. 66% are going for the snake, 34% are going for the rat. Get your votes in. You remember my career mode videos? I miss doing career mode. The problem is, FIFA these days is rubbish. You don't like red kits, not a fan of England's away kit then. To be fair, I had to think about it. When I was there for the World Cup in the summer thinking, do I wear the white one or the red one? I was like, I feel like I've got to get the England red one this time. So I made an exception. But on the whole, don't like red. Don't like red kits. But for an England World Cup kit, we could do it. What about, why is someone calling me Benson? And it's sticking. I'm seeing people continue with Benson. I need to actually go down to the Benson at some point. Get some. No, mate, I can't order more food now. I'm not doing it. But it was bloody good. It really was. Get some Argentinian steaks to celebrate Enzo leaving. Okay, tomorrow. If Enzo's gone tomorrow, we'll do another one of these tomorrow. We'll stream again. These transfer streams are fun. I'll do another one. I'll do some. Whoever we sell tomorrow, we'll order some food from the gaff. Emi Martinez to Chelsea. I'd love to see it. I don't think it's going to happen, but I would absolutely love to see it. Alex Scott, best replacement for Enzo Fernandez. I've always been a big fan of Adam Wharton since he moved to Crystal Palace. I can't say I've always been a big fan of him because when he was at Blackburn, I remember literally sitting here on my channel saying, why are we buying a player or looking to buy a player from the Championship? Because Chelsea wanted Wharton as well. And I just thought buying someone from the Championship made no sense. But I also think that over time, he has proven that he is a serious, serious player. And as much as I think Alex Scott might become better than him, I think Alex Scott might have a higher ceiling than Wharton. Wharton is a very, very good player. Get some Nigerian jollof for the Tosin leaving party. Well, I'm gonna do streams now until the deadline day. So unless it looks like it's impossible for any business to happen, like if deadline day is just Tosin waiting to depart, we're not doing a stream for that. I'm going to the pub for that. You remember my Sidemen highlights? If you remember my Sidemen charity match highlights, you'll also remember that True Geordie called me Casper Lee when I hit a 30-yard assist for JMX. And I think so many people probably still think that was Casper Lee's assist when it was George Benson all along. But it is what it is. You remember my Q&As, mate. Got some YouTube OGs in the chat. All right, Snake won the poll. We're ending that poll. Ruiz will be amazing, but the price is going to be ridiculous. Well, I mean, he's 30 years old. But again, it's late in the window, isn't it? PSG aren't going to mess about. I mean, what would be very, very interesting, it's not going to happen, but if Chelsea were to make an offer now for Fabian Ruiz and then PSG came in for Enzo Fernandez, that would be interesting. That would be interesting. I feel like something's about to happen. You know when you just get that little feeling? I think something is about to happen. What happened to my... Oh, I'm guessing you mean Alfie Gilchrist. I'm guessing that was the one. Where is Alfie Gilchrist now? Is he still at Middlesbrough? Don't leave us. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. Refresh Fabrizio. 999k subs. To be fair, I saw that the other day and I was like... temporarily upset. I used to have 1.1 million on that channel and it's now down to 999,000. But I've still got the million play button. No one can take that away from me. Let's actually have a look at this little headline here. Potentially 140 mil for Enzo, 50 mil for Delap, 65 for Jackson. Gusto and Netta's future still unresolved, especially after yesterday's antics. Let's just be conservative and say we get 120 million for the pair. Potentially 375 mil into the club. Surely something massive is going to happen. It says London will always be blue. See, this is the thing. I don't think something massive is going to happen. Because it would be foolish of me to say that it is when I spent quite a lot of time here on the channel breaking down the finances with Bobby. And if you didn't see those videos, we literally looked at all of the money that has come into Chelsea, where it all sits within the hierarchical structure of the football club. The reality for us is, if we make 375 million in the next couple of days, we can't just go and spend 375 million. We're in talks with Man United for a Rashford loan deal. That's not true. That's not true. He's just been given the number 9 shirt. Buffalo Benson. It is quite funny, I won't lie. I won't lie. It is quite funny. Do you know what? I'm actually at that point now where I'm kind of happy that we're going to get this amount of money for Enzo Fernandez. After yesterday, I don't want bad energy in our squad. I don't want anybody there who wants to cause a scene or doesn't want to be there. I don't want any of it. Come to Brazil. I've been to Brazil. I went to, where did I go? Salvador. I went to Salvador for a week. I did a job with Havaianas back in the day when I was a travel vlogger. Neto is toxic. I mean, I think people are looking into that thing yesterday a bit too much. To say he's a toxic player as a result of one negative action might be jumping the gun a little bit. I also thought Neto, towards the end of the game, was very important for Chelsea. He did some great work. The shot at the end when he was kind of like keeping the ball and then he dribbled through and managed to get a shot away. That was an awful shot. Could have scored there, to be fair. But, you know, it is what it is. Thank you for sending the duckling for some jewels. Thanks, mate. He's disrespectful. Yeah, I mean, it's a disrespectful action, but to say he's a disrespectful person or player as a result of one action, I think is a little bit too soon. But, you know, everyone's entitled to their opinion and all that. Always throwing his hands in the air and complaining. Yeah, I don't like that out either, actually. That's true. That's very true. Do I think that Enzo thought Chelsea fans booed him? To be honest, like, listen, Enzo Fernandez he's made his own bed here in this situation because you've got a 6-year remaining left on your Chelsea contract. You've got an agent who is constantly trying to get you out of the club. Enzo Fernandez, at any point here, could have come out and done an interview and been like, look, I've had a good time at Chelsea, but they haven't headed in the direction I would have wanted them to. The project hasn't been as successful as what I thought I was going to get when I signed up for this football club, and I'd like to play Champions League football. And I think if that was the case, that's what we all know, but it's not been so directly said. So as a result of that, and the fact that he was behaving the way he was for Argentina, and all of the stuff on the bus before it, people don't have any kind of affinity to Enzo Fernandez. And this is where I sit with the whole situation. I'm not that sad that he's left. And I've said this before. When Frank Lampard played for Man City and scored a goal against us, I literally nearly cried. I was absolutely distraught. Distraught. I couldn't believe my eyes. I hated it. It's one of my least favourite experiences in football, watching Lampard score against us. If Enzo Fernandez scores against us, yeah, it's going to be a bit like, oh. But he's got nothing close to that. Like, not even, it couldn't even scratch the surface when it comes to the feeling of Frank. And this is actually a wider issue, right? And this is why yesterday made such a big impact for me. Because I don't think we've had a likeable squad for a very long time. When I think about like the squad as a whole, there's been individuals that I've loved. And I think in individual seasons, there have been players that have been endearing to the Chelsea supporters. Cole Palmer, prime example, comes straight in, does so well, and is just such a lovable player. But what I saw yesterday, the easiest way to endear yourself to a fan base is to leave everything, to do everything out there on the pitch to win. Chelsea yesterday covered more ground than any other team in the Premier League this weekend. We ran more than anyone else, and last season we were bottom of that league. We didn't outrun anyone. And in one game, Xabi Alonso has got us running for each other, fighting for each other, pressing. So when I look at that for me is the framework. That's the basis. That's the core. That's what I need at a minimum, expectation-wise, from a Chelsea player. If you do that, it's very easy to fall in love with those players, to love those players, back those players, support those players. Enzo Fernandez, to be fair to him, as much as people are going to just talk down upon him, now that he's going to go to Man City, strengthening a rival, I get all of that argument, absolutely. But from a footballing level, I don't think Enzo Fernandez ever really down tools at Chelsea when a lot of players did. I think he fought, I think he cared. And I think if we wouldn't have not been in the Champions League this season, I think he'd have stayed. And I know that's a ridiculous thing to say, and he's part of a team that finished 10th, but I don't think he was the reason we finished 10th. I think if it wasn't for Enzo Fernandez, it would have been a lot worse. So that's my thoughts on that. Q Bernice, thank you for the super chat. If you watch Neto individually in every game, you'll see his body language is toxic. Watch the 1 goal versus PSG in the Club World Cup, and you will see him throwing a tantrum. Get out then. No, I don't. I'm not doubting what you're saying. I don't want anybody here who's going to be like that. So yeah. And when you guys mention these things in a comment, it does kind of remind me. Yeah, that's true. Will there be a Luton watch along? Of course, there bloody will be. Of course, there will be. Yeah, man, this whole Enzo Maresca and Enzo Fernandez to Man City thing has actually finally made me actually have like genuine resentment for Man City. Like before, I didn't care about them. I just feel like they're a club who are relevant, but it doesn't make them a big club. Therefore, I can't actually get like emotionally invested to the hatred. But now we've got added impetus. There's added reason. So we are now 4 minutes away from 8 p.m. UK time. Is there going to be something released on Enzo Fernandez then? Do a poll on our most hated rivals. That's actually a good idea. It's random. It's not transfer news, but we're going to do it. Let me say, who do you hate the most? You guys already know my answer, but we'll do it again. I'll add Barcelona in there too. All right. I actually am really interested in this. Liverpool people are saying, okay. 68%. Oh, Arsenal by a long way? Damn, okay. I hate Blueco the most, says Ash Baggies. What? I've just noticed I've been live for nearly 2 hours. It feels like I've been live for like half an hour, 40 minutes. Mental. I've enjoyed this. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Please do hit the like button if you've enjoyed it. Because, yeah, the more love on these streams, the more likely I am to keep doing them. So that's kind of how it works on YouTube. You see something that does good, you do more of it. Simple. Magnus, thank you for the super chat. Thoughts on the Morgan Gibbs-White rumours? Been a fan since Herder of Buffalo. Thank you, Magnus. Morgan Gibbs-White is a player that I really like. It depends what he's going to be molded into because Morgan Gibbs-White is a 10. But I do think he can play deeper in the pitch too. And I also, I do think Morgan Rogers could as well. Maybe. I think Morgan Rogers is still at that point in his career where he could still be something that he isn't right now. But what I saw yesterday, I wouldn't want to change that attack. Cubanese, thank you. De Jong is so good. CM, but always injured. Thank you for the super chat once more. Okay, 61% are saying Arsenal, 22% Tottenham, 10% Man City, 8% Barcelona. Get involved in this poll. I'm really intrigued by this one. I think this is an interesting one for sure. Right, let me do some refreshments and see if there's any news. Oh, this is quite interesting too. Martinelli to Al Hilal. Al Hilal closing in on a deal. So this is about to be Arsenal's most expensive sale of all time. Martinelli's been offered around 20 million euros a season, which is 5 million more than what Al Hilal are going to pay for Ollie Watkins. Interesting. Bramjot Kabanda, thank you for the super chat. Hello, George. Who is the best replacement for Enzo, and who's the most realistic? I think I really like Alex Scott. I'm becoming more and more sold on Alex Scott. Lloyd Canfield, who reports for The Sun, has posted this. Scott, Wharton, Kone, Garner, Camavinga, Ruiz, all mentioned earlier on. Saw someone mention Warren Zaire-Emery. Anyone else? These are like just a list of midfielders. Zubimendi, I'm not sure. I'm not fully against Zubimendi. But I think with Alex Scott, I think would be way better on the ball. So I think Alex Scott is my preference as of right now. João Neves would be fantastic. Yeah, great, but he's not going to come. Garner's a good player, you know. Like, he's a very, very good player. And I don't think it would be anywhere close to the kind of fees that we're talking about for your Alex Scotts and Adam Whartons. Angelo Stiller is a name that has been spoken about quite a lot, actually, from you lot in the chat tonight. Felix Demetra, another one. George, love the streams. Get that rat Enzo gone. You guys are not happy, huh? Oh, wow. I've just seen 6 things we learned is done good. I'm just looking through now to see if there is any more updates. You didn't get a notification for the live. Mate, that's a shame. We've been live for 2 hours. This has literally been so much fun. I've thoroughly enjoyed doing this evening. It's been brilliant. Just fly to Ecuador and search for another Caicedo. I'll stay. I'm not tired. I'm fine. I might go make myself a cup of tea in a minute, but yeah, I'll stay live for a bit longer. What happened to the deadline for Enzo? Says Matthew. Thank you for the super chat. That suddenly disappeared and forgot about. Delap to Forest is surprising in my opinion, but we get 45 mil anyway. You see, the thing with this deadline is the deadline will be voided as pointless in history if Chelsea accept 120 million. If we accept 120 million quid now, that deadline was pants. If we get more than 120 million, then I think that was a really smart benchmark setter for getting as much money out of Man City as possible this summer for Enzo. However, that is only valid and relevant with the caveat of Chelsea having a replacement lined up. If we don't have a proper replacement, then I think we're in trouble. Starbucks Meg, thank you for the super chat. With the money looking to come, I say go make strong offers for Zubimendi or Tchouaméni and Diogo Costa. Look, with the amount of money that Chelsea are making here, this has been the most ridiculous last couple of hours when it comes to Chelsea news with players and amounts and just craziness, right? So there's no reason why we shouldn't go and buy a really, really top goalkeeper and a midfield replacement. There's no reason why we shouldn't do that. Coventry winning 2-0 in the Cup. Is there a game on right now? Oh, wow, there is, yeah. What day are we playing? What day is it today? Tuesday. Okay, yeah, we play on Thursday. Forest Leeds is right now as well. It's a good game. Plymouth, 2-1. Plymouth have just scored. Just as I went and checked, Plymouth have scored a goal. Big W for the donations, guys. Thank you. Let's go Argyle. Forest Leeds back-to-back. Yeah, but when was the last time that happened in the Premier League? I don't think that's ever happened, no? Sell Enzo with a clause that he can't play against Chelsea. That's not possible. With a loan, yes, but not for a sale. Gittins, are we selling him? Apparently, we're not actively looking to sell Gittins, but if a good bid would have come in, we might consider it. You should do a video with Connor on who fits better between Scott and Wharton. Let me message Connor right now. Mr. Holden. He's been on holiday. He deserves a holiday. The man works very hard. I'm messaging him right now. I've just messaged him. Let's see what he says. We do have a new face in our set pieces stuff. I spoke about it earlier. Right, okay. I think I'm going to wrap up this stream now. Yeah, I think I'm going to wrap this one up. And then tomorrow morning, nice and early tomorrow morning, we are going to do another Chelsea news video. So stay tuned on GBFC. If you've only just arrived to the stream, this has been one of my favorites. It's been one of the most entertaining ones that we have done. So please do hit the like button on the stream if you haven't already done so. And if you could, please go and give me a follow on Spotify. I know I've been begging this literally every video at the moment, but I'm really trying to grow my Spotify account. So there is a link in the description to my Spotify. If you can go and drop me a follow and a 5-star review, I'll absolutely love you forever. I'll love you forever anyway, but go and drop me a little follow on there. Much appreciated, guys. And yeah, we got loads of stuff to talk about. So tomorrow, there'll be early morning Chelsea news. And then after that, you'll get another stream in the afternoon. So if you've enjoyed the streams, I'll be back with more tomorrow. I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Thanks for all the love and support. I'll speak to you all later on.